everyone, and welcome to Nonprofit Nuggets with Jennifer Yarbrough. I am Jennifer Yarbrough, your nonprofit expert, over 35 years of helping organizations not only start, but to have a strategy to sustain their nonprofit businesses. Today, I want to talk to you about the importance of community. Community is where the cash is, all right? Turn to your neighbor and say cash, cash. Turn to your other neighbor, say cash, cash, all right? When you have started your nonprofit organization, remembering that you are a community-based business, okay? The community that you serve is not just the people who are in your program, also the people that would fund or support or become torchbearers for or of your organization comes from your community. So it's important and essential that you have the ability, the capacity, and the consistency to connect with your community. The people who are in your program are typically not your supporters. They're not going to be the ones that are going to turn into or can become your regular donors, your monthly donors. Your community are your funders, your donors, your business owners, your individuals, and those people that would and could support your program because they believe in your impact. When you are connecting with your community, it's never about the money. I'm going to say that again. It's never about the money. And while I said cash earlier, what I was really trying to say is that the people that you want to build relationships with from your community have the ability to support your organization through cash, right? You need the funds, the resources, the money so that your organization can do the work on a daily, consistent basis and provide the input in the impact that is important. But you really want to understand that your community not only is the space by which you operate in, but that's where your strongest relationships are going to be. The people that you are able to connect with, that you are able to engage with, the people that can see the work that you do, that can tour the space that you are operating, can work with you, volunteer with you, and really serve with you and see the importance of the work. Those are the people that are inspired. Those are the people who are connected. Those are the people that are able to go out and speak about the important and the valuable work that you have. Now, how do you connect with your community? I know we all want to know the how to. And this year, I'm really trying to speak about process, okay? You connect with your community. You engage and be involved and be seen through and by your community when you are visible, all right? So, posting on social media is great, but that's not sustainable if that's your only way or means by which you are doing outreach, okay? Those of you all who've been following me a while, you all know I've been doing this thing longer than Google has been around, honey. Uncle Google ain't got nothing on me, nothing to brag about. We love us a piece of Google, all right? I'm just saying that you have got to be able to present yourself and your organization, the value of what you do to your community in a very real way. So how do you do that? You do that by showing up in spaces, being a part of conversations, creating dialogue around the need. Let's not forget that your organization is in place to meet a need. You as an organization are doing a service that meets a need that government cannot meet, that businesses cannot meet. And so your organization and your mission is absolutely important. But how does your community become aware of that, right? You are able to share, to show, to converse, debate, listen, even create a stage if necessary so that those people who wouldn't know about what you do can be seen, can be found, can be identified, right? So conversation, visibility, engagement, transparency, being seen as an influencer. Now, this is where it gets a little weird because some people start their nonprofit organization from their point of passion. Passion is not sustainable either. All right. So passion is one thing, but meeting the need, the impact of what you do, that's the exchange. That's the value that you are bringing to your community as a community-based organization and business. So you are showing and sharing how you're meeting the need. Now, again, some people start their organization based on passion, and you've got to be able to articulate, why is this program important? What is the return on investment for the exchange of resource, be it time, be it money, be it information or influence, okay? So you've got to be able to speak about that. How do you speak about that? You speak about the need and how your program and your organization is meeting that need. For those of you who say, Jen, I get what you're saying, but I don't know how to do what you're saying, I want you to get on my calendar right away so that we can speak about the support that my company can provide for you, all right? Being able to articulate, being able to show and share the many ways your organization is a benefit and an asset to your community so that you have greater reach, that you're able to show the value of, that you're able to speak about not just the benefit to the people that you're serving, but how does that directly tie to your community, to businesses, to the educational system, to the criminal system, to the legal system, to, way of life, whatever. Job creations, whatever your program and services are, how does it benefit your community? Can you answer that question? Can you answer the question, this is how my organization benefits the community? If you can answer that question and you can articulate it, right, in 2 or 3 sentences, then your board should be able to take that same language, that same information, and all of you are speaking to different sectors and sections of the community about how and why your organization improves or impacts the community. You're speaking about this to business owners. You're speaking about this to those who are making decisions on behalf of the area. You are speaking about this to people who possibly have experienced some things that the participants of your organization are going through. But that connection is what really brings about the concern. The concern being, it's important that this organization exists. It's important the work that they do. And once that concern has been identified, that's where the conversation around capacity or cash comes in, right? It's never just, hello, my name is, this is my organization, let's talk about cash. No, let's talk about the concern. Let's talk about why we're important. Let's talk about the influence and the change that your organization brings about, not just to the lives of the people that you serve, but to your community at large. You are a community-based business. And guess what? You as the founder, you don't own the business. It's a community-based business, right? So you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your legacy, you owe it to the community to be able to speak about your impact. How do you do that, Jen? You talk about the need. You talk about how your organization and your program is the solution to that need. You talk about how much that costs. You talk about how what it looks like when people come into your program and what it looks like when they leave. You're able to share that through testimonials. You're able to share that through the stories of change and transformation. The people who are in your program can talk about how their life has been impacted and improved and what their hope is now as a healed or transformed community citizen, or what after they've gone to school and now that they've come back, what they want to contribute to their community. There's so many ways. But at the end of the day, you've got to be very clear that in order for your mission to be fulfilled, your community has to see the value, right? Your community has to see the value. So you, as the executive director, as the CEO, as the person who is leading the organization, you have the opportunity to show up as the face with your board, as leadership, being able to speak to specifically those sectors of the community that are going to be most impacted. Is it the educational system? Is it the social service system? Is it the health system, right? Whatever area, is it the edge, whatever area your program impacts broadly, you want to be seen. You want to be heard. You want to be a part of those conversations as it relates to funding. Now, we all know that money matters, okay? You don't start relationships with money in mind. You start relationships because there is a common interest. You start relationship because you both, within that relationship, believe similar things, have things in common, and can agree around important issues. You want to build relationships. Now, for those of you who are not friendly or count yourself as, a person who's comfortable being out in the community, you got to be. Or you find someone that can be that for you and the organization. You've got to be visible. And you've got to be visible every day, right? Any business that does not have its doors open to its customers every day is not sustainable. And as a community-based business, you want to be visible every day to your customer. Who's your customer? Your customer is your donor, your funder, your contributor, those that would and could support the work that you do on an ongoing basis. Well, what's your product? Impact. So every day you've got to be talking about, showing, speaking about, displaying, making visible, and showing credibility that your impact matters. Y'all, I say this every single day. And I ain't tired yet. Let me tell you that. I'm not tired yet. I'm going to keep repeating it and letting you know that there is no end to the ways that you can show impact. If you're not doing it on social media, then do. Live videos, being able to share through tours and engagement, being able to share through photos and stories of change and transformation, being able to speak about the alarming facts that point to the need for your program and show how your organization is affecting and changing and meeting the need. Being able to do that in front of new people, all right? The people that know you now, you got to add to those. You've got to add. You've got to add more stories. You've got to be able to add more evidence. You've got to be able to share and show in spaces, because you can't assume that the people that don't know about what you do know what you do. So how do they become aware of what you do? They have to see you. They have to find you. They have to understand what it is you do and why that's important. Well, how are they going to do that, right? Then you've got to be in the spaces to be found, all right? Having a website and being on social media is great, but how do the people know that don't know you yet? How do they know to follow you? How do they know that you are there? You've got to be found. How are you found, Jen? You're found through your hashtags. You're found through your engagement and conversation. You're found on stage speaking about the work that you're doing and why that work is important. You're found through networking opportunities and introductions of people that know, or by people that know what you do and then introduce you to other people. All of the above. If there are no stages that's available for you to go on, create your own stage. Create a conversation about the need in your community. Create a conversation and invite those people who are decision makers, who are funders, who are supporters, who are philanthropists, who have expressed or spoken about this cause, right? You have to know your community. You have to know who are the agency leaders, who are the people that make decisions around funding. You've got to know who's funding who and who is supporting these causes. You've got to do your research. That's the way you know. This is not rocket science, okay? How do we learn things? We've got to do the research, and then we've got to make the introduction. Once you've made that introduction, how do you make an impression? That they then would leave that introduction wanting to know more about what you do, wanting to know more about the success of your work and why the success of your work is important. You've got to leave an impression. Have you thought about that? How many new impressions have you met or have you made this week? How many new impressions? How many people who didn't know about you yesterday know about you today? That's where sustainability comes in. That's where cash comes from. That's how relationships are built. You got to know you. They've got to see what you do. They've got to see what's similar. What are the things that we have in common? Who is doing that for you, right? Who is consciously, intentionally, and consistently making sure that your organization's presence is seen and found in the community? If no one is doing it, if no one is focused on ensuring that your business is seen, that the marketing is creating reach, that new people get to learn about what you do every single day so that they then have that introduction so that they can investigate, who are you? What do you do? Where are you located? Who do you serve? All of those things happen before a decision is made around cash. Money is not your problem. I know people are so sick of me saying that. Money is not your problem. Money is not your problem. I'm going to say it one more time. Money is not your problem. It is the fruit of a very deep root. At the root of why there is no cash, why there is no money, is because the organization is not doing the consistent work of building relationship, is not doing the consistent work of reaching out to new people. The more people that know what you do, the more people that know the important work that you do, then those are the people that could support the work that you do. You've got to be seen. You've got to be visible. There is no way around it. There are no shortcuts to that. You can't just work on passion alone. And funding everything out of your pocket is not sustainable either. There has to be engagement, involvement, investment from others. How does that happen? Relationship. How are relationships developed? There has to be an introduction and there has to be a conversation on what is it that we have in common, right? What is it that holds us together with a value, an understanding of relevancy between us? Let me say this. You don't want a transaction. You don't want someone to write you a check and then you never hear from them again. Now, of course, you're going to cash the check, but you need that relationship. Based on that relationship that you build with your donors, with your funders, and those that would contribute, your volunteers, and those that would give in kind. These are the people that become monthly donors, regular donors. These are the people that share, that become torchbearers for your business, for your organization. They understand, they know what the mission is. They are invested and involved. Don't you want that? You can have that. You absolutely can have that. And it starts with knowing what you do. That's the introduction. Knowing why what you do is important. Are you every day looking to reach new people? And even the people that you currently know, what do they know about your mission? What do they know about the need being met? What do they know about the impact that's impacting not just the people in your program, but to the community at large? Relationships are built on what? Trust. You want your donors, your funders to trust you. You want them to trust you not just with their money, but that you are trustworthy to carry out your mission, to use the resources to develop as big and as great an impact as possible. You want your donors to trust that what you say you're going to do with the resources from the community, that you are doing, that you're able to do it. You are a business. You are a business. All right? And businesses want relationships with their customers, with their lasting customers, with their customers that are repeat customers. Your program is important, right? And I like to use the triangle. Has any of you guys seen my triangle before? So this is program. This is program. Greedy beast, right? Program is important. But in addition to program, you need finances to fund this program. How do you get the finances? Where does the money come from? It comes from the people, the development of relationships, acquaintances, the development of people understanding what you do. Once they understand what you do, see the value of your product or your program, understand the importance, understand the need that it's meeting, and then you can speak about this is why we are raising $50,000. This is why we appreciate your ongoing support and you being a monthly donor so that the work that we are doing through our program is able to continue. The development piece is what I'm talking about. The development of awareness, the development of understanding, the development of appreciation, and then cash, money, development, all right? Relationships, cash, who's doing the development work? This is what translates to the finances that's able to help deliver, support the resources, the materials, the staff for the program. They're not in silos. It's not program over here, finance over here, and then the marketing, the development of relationships, the development of awareness. No, they go together, right? That as I'm developing relationships, I'm speaking about the impact of the program, and it justifies the resources that we're asking for. And what's that exchange? The impact. Listen, guys, it's a very simple concept when you understand that you cannot do this work alone. I can say that probably 90% of organizations are started for passion. And people think that that passion is personal. It is personal. However, your mission cannot be accomplished by itself or by yourself. You need others. A vision is seen 3 times. It's seen when it's given to you, and then it's seen when it's written down, right? There's some book that says, write the vision and make it plain so that others can carry it, right? Writing it down, writing down who are your ideal donors. What are the needs that we are fitted, that we are addressing? What's the impact of our program? Those 3 things that your board can speak about, preparing the others within your team or who are on your staff or who are connected to your organizations. With just that information, they then can go out and build relationships, strengthen relationships, identify new relationships. Speak about the value of your program. Invite people to come and see what you do and be able to speak about it articulately. And then you see your vision fulfilled by the completion of your work. Bring people along in all phases. That's okay. But just be clear, be consistent, and always reach to tell new people every single day. The more people who know about what you do, the more people who know the value of the work that you do, the more people that can support the work that you do. That's how you raise money, right? That's where money comes from. Relationships, the more people who know. Money is not your problem. If your organization is struggling right now with the cash, with the momentum of raising cash, I would want you to examine, is there someone within our organization that's focused on that? Is there anyone within the organization that has the ability, the capacity, the experience to do that, right? If not, I want you to reach out to me. My team and I, this is what we do. We help organizations put together strategic plans. We can do it with you. We can do it for you. Either way, we're happy to talk to you about those options, because what's important right now is that if you are not on the path of strategically building relationships, if you are not on the path of intentionally building those relationships, making those introductions, being consistent, or having the capacity to even keep the donors that previously have supported your organization, that's where the money is. We started the conversation with cash. We're going to end it with the same thing. It's not really about the money, but it's really about the money. because it is through those resources that together you and your community are able to improve your community. Not just change the lives of the people in the program, but transform the lives that are yet to be served. That's sustainability. That's longevity. Seeing your vision not just meet the needs of the people that are currently in your program, but understanding that there are more behind them as well. Your community matters. Your mission matters. Your visibility matters. Money matters. But relationships within your community are the key. It is easier to build stronger relationships from your community. Look at your zip code. Look at your county. Look at your region. Look at your state. Who are the corporations in your community that support programs such as yours? Who are the community foundation leaders? What are the businesses that are run? And who are the philanthropists? Who are the people that support causes like yours? Do your research, okay? Do your research. We can do that for you. We can help you with that to make it get done quicker. But invest in the people, the team, the system that's going to get you on the path to building and developing relationships with people in your community, right? You want sponsorships? You want just more than the check. You want relationship. It's not difficult building relationships when there's a common interest, right? When there's mutual understanding and there's open communication. Start with awareness building and then follow it up with meetings. Now, I know we like to think, let me buy a list and let me just start sending them things that, of what we do. I don't know about you, but my inbox gets full of people who say, hello, my name is, I'm doing great work. And I think that if you would support us now, click this link. And I'm like, I don't know who you are. I don't know what I'm supporting. Where are you, by the way? How'd you get my information? I know y'all do the same thing. I'm not the only one. You don't want your donors, your prospective donors, to respond to you that way. You don't, right? So how do you make the introduction? Be seen. Be visible, be seen doing the work, invite people to come and be a part of it, and then ask their reflection, ask what their experience was, and ask if you can share it. Talk about why this work is important. The more people that know about you, the more people that hear about the great work that you do, the more people that would be drawn to support the work that you do. This is not rocket science, but it is a science. And I am here. My team and I are here to help, to educate, to inspire, to do it with you, to do it for you. All right. I think you get my point. Listen, if you would like to know more, please follow me here. Like and share this information. I appreciate the time that you spend with me, not just in this videos, but in videos in the past. I invite you to go to my website, jddavidyarbrough.com, jddavidyarbrough.com. If you would like to speak about how my team and I can support and help your organization, feel free to jump on my calendar, www.timewithjen, that's TIMEWITHJEN.com, timewithjen.com. It would be my pleasure and my honor for my team and I to work with you to help ensure that you and your organization are in a position for sustainability. I have helped thousands of organizations in my career. That was my job, was to help close to 1,000 organizations every single year start, grow financially so that their organization can be sustainable. I don't just talk about this stuff. I've done it. I've been the executive director. I know what it is to do the day-to-day, and I have helped and trained thousands. I would love to help you. I would love to show you, and I would love to give you the information to make that happen. If you've not seen or been a part of any of my free trainings that we offer, go ahead, go over to my website, and there's some information for you as well. Make sure that you get your mission done and completed, because that's important. You can find out more information about that on my website as well. All right, I'm done. You guys have an amazing rest of your day. Again, thank you so much. I hope that this information was helpful. I would love to hear your comments and your feedback. Please put like and comment and share and follow. Thank you. Talk to you guys later in the next video.